So reports have confirmed that Efe Ajagba versus Charles Martin will be on the Zuffa Boxing first ever show. Charles Martin, of course, is known for being the former IBF World Heavyweight Champion, of course, did fight Anthony Joshua, and he's widely regarded as one of the worst heavyweight champions in recent history. He, got handled by Anthony Joshua pretty easily. Joshua walked through him and easily became IBF World Champion on that occasion. Since then, I can't really tell you anything Charles Martin has done. If he's been in any big fights, he probably hasn't. He's probably never fought for a world title again, and rightfully so, because when you're regarded as one of the worst world champions in recent history, you're probably not going to getting lined up for ton more opportunities. But yeah, people are saying this sort of shows the level of Zuffa Boxing, and I agree. And honestly, it's not even a bad move. I can understand why Dana White would sign a guy like Charles Martin, because he's a guy who, on paper, you can say he's a former world heavyweight champion. Of course, he's not that good in terms of boxing. He's nothing special. He'll never win a world championship again. He'll never fight for a world title again. And you've got someone like Efe Ajagba, who, in my opinion, has sort of bottomed out or levelled out at fringe world level. I don't see him getting much better than what he already is. He's athletic. He starts fights pretty well. His fight against Martin Bakole literally was a draw. So you can say both of those guys are at the same sort of level, and I think Martin Bakole is fringe world level. Efe Ajagba had a draw with him, hence at the same level, he is fringe world level. And he's facing a guy in Charles Martin who is, probably like national level heavyweight. He could probably win a national title, maybe. I don't even know who's up and coming, because he wouldn't beat the likes of Jared Anderson, for example. Jared Anderson would walk through Charles Martin. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, it does say a lot about the level that, like I said, Zuffa Boxing want to enter at, and they're clearly not trying to go for the superstars off rip. Knowing Dana White, knowing business, Dana White probably wants to go in with some smaller name. It's raining in the car at the moment, so if you can hear that banging. But if Dana White wants to go in at world level, maybe he'll do that down the line, but he's not going to start off at world level. He clearly wants to bring in some lower level guys that are cheaper as well, more importantly, and get some proof of concept. And if Dana White can prove that, if he's bringing in these fringe world level guys, these lower level guys, and can make profit off these events, then no doubt you'll see a more aggressive push to get that world level talent. But we'll see, man. It's not that interesting of a fight. I expect Efe Ajagba to beat Charles Martin pretty easy. I think Charles Martin, he must be late 30s by this point. And again, that's not necessarily old for heavyweight, but a guy like him where even in your prime, you weren't that good. Do you know what I mean? So you're going to be even worse than when you're in your prime now. When you're in your prime then, you're going to be worse now, of course, naturally. But yeah, an interesting fight. I keep saying interesting fight. It's not really an interesting fight, but interesting news around Zuffa Boxing, because we were waiting for more information on this event. And yeah, let me know what you guys think of the first Zuffa Boxing event when it happens. What you think of Efe Ajagba v Charles Martin. I think it's going to be a very easy win for Efe Ajagba, but it's boxing and stranger things have happened. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest in the bag, and I'm out. Peace.